All right, this is tough work, but gotta do what I gotta do. I have to walk you in.
You do?
Alana Stewart, here she is. Usually when we get together, it's for a lot of laughs, and it will be again today, but this is also about something sad and heartbreaking.
You need a good hug.
Oh, thank you so much.
Have you met Lisa Breck?
We saw just briefly.
I know. In our dresses.
See you all made up. You look gorgeous.
Have a seat. Relax.
Well, I look at the book cover and I just see all that hair. All those cute girls with all that hair.
I see two women that were meant to be sisters in life. That's what I
All right,
see.
you and Farrah Fawcett, we haven't even mentioned the book yet. It's called My Journey with Farrah. And you are like sisters, and you were with her through the end, to Germany, to here, to all the hopes, to all the dashing of the hopes, etc. I think you knew you were going to write the book, or at least keep a record of this.
These are this is one thing I really would like to get very straight. These are my diaries that I kept all during that period. I've kept diaries since I was 9 years old, when somebody gave me one of those little diaries with a lock on it. And I used to read the diaries to Farrah in the clinic in Germany. And at one point I had given her this little book. I found it in a gift shop, and it was in German, but it was on these two women friends and kind of their journey through life together. It was in German, and she said, "You should write a book about us, about this." And I never thought about it again. I mean, things were happening right and left, and then she decided somewhere along the line to do the documentary. You know, the documentary didn't start out as a documentary. It started out when she handed me her little handheld camera and said, "Would you film this doctor's meeting?"
Because so she would understand and remember everything.
I want to remember everything. And, you know, there was a lot of talk in German and things going on. And it wasn't until many months later that she decided to turn it into a documentary, because at that point she was in kind of a remission. She said to the doctor in Germany, she said, "You know, I'm really glad I got cancer." And the doctor said, "Well, why?" And she said, "Because I feel like I can make a difference." And she did. She felt like she could get people to think out of the box about cancer treatments. She wanted to bring more attention to her particular type of cancer, which many people were a little hesitant to talk about very openly. It was anal cancer.
And she didn't think she was going to die.
No, she thought she was going to find a cure for cancer. We both did. We had this amazing faith, and she had the most incredible spirit and determination.
Are you used to the idea that she's gone?
No, I'm not used to it at all, and I sometimes get in my car and I start to pick up the phone and call her.
Pick up the phone. That's the thing always, isn't it?
It's the pickup. Yeah. And the reason the book is out so soon is because it was always supposed to come out in August, and she died.
And a story of triumph.
7 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And it is a story of, it's a tribute to her spirit, to her courage. It's also a tribute to friendship.
The two of you, you met at a dinner party, right? And you just knew then and there,
30 years
30
ago.
years ago. It was a spark. It was
Now, you didn't know then and there. It took a little while, right, to hook up?
Well, there was a connection immediately, and then we slowly became friends, and we found out that, you know, I mean, we knew we were both from Texas because we used to see each other at commercial auditions.
And that's weird. You see someone at auditions. It's not always the friendliest environment.
Yeah, but we'd always smile at each other. She was friendly. She was warm and friendly to everybody. And then years later, we became friends. And the funny thing is, you say the sister thing, and people would ask us all the time in Germany if we were sisters. And I'd say, yes, I'm her younger sister, because I'm actually older than her. And she would say, yeah, that Alana, she keeps getting younger every year.
Alana, in your book, you do bring up conflicts within yourself, because when you were spending all this time with her in Germany, for instance, there was so much going on in your life, in your family, etc., and you felt guilty about being there and not being here, etc. You know, talk about that a little bit.
Well, it was difficult because I had a lot going on in my life with my children. Even though they're grown, they're still, you know, with kids. The bigger the kids, the bigger the problems. I had a dog that had cancer. I had, you know, a lot of my own personal worries that were happening. But you know what I found, and this is one of the reasons that I did decide to publish these diaries, because what I gained from this journey with Farrah was such a gift to me, because I learned that if you could get off yourself and your little world, which I was very involved in my world, my kids, my concerns.
Yeah, you never feel better than when you're doing something for someone else.
But when you get off of yourself and you just do something for someone because you love them, because you want to, it's incredible what a gift that is to you in the end. And that's part of what this book is also for anyone who's ever gone through this journey with someone, and we all will at some point. If we haven't, we'll go through this situation, this experience with someone who dies or someone who's ill.
When did you know that she was going to die?
I don't think I allowed myself to fully believe it. It was like a roller coaster. There were ups and downs, and then she would rally, and I talk about it in the book. She was like the phoenix, you know? I mean, she would be in a terrible situation, be very ill, and suddenly she would like rise up and rally, and I mean, she had incredible resilience. And I don't think it was just right until maybe a week or so that I really accepted that this time she wasn't.
Alana, there are people who don't see this as a selfless act. They think you're exploiting all of this. You've heard this, I'm sure. What do you have to say to them?
Of course I have. You know what I have to say to them? Two things. Read the book. Because if you read the book, if they don't want to pay the money to get, I'll send them one. Because I don't think you could read this book and not know where I'm coming from and where my heart is and
It's
why
not like you
I
were
was
with her
there.
once or twice, or
Like
you were with
you
her the whole
lived this
time.
life. You lived.
No, and I did it because I loved her and I thought that perhaps I could help save her life, you know, and she could have had other people go, you know, with her. Other people offered, Ryan always offered, but she felt comfortable with me because I knew the routine over there, you know, and she would have had to take care of him if he'd gone. So, you know, she knew I would take care of her.
All right, the book is called My Journey with Farah. George, this guy you were married to, remember George Hamilton?
Oh, how could I forget him? I talk to him every day of my life.
He's coming on next week.
I know.
Tell me something we can say to him. Go ahead.
Oh my gosh, I have to think, well, what? He's...
Look at you guys.
Oh
Is that
my
when you
God.
did the TV
That's
show?
when we did the TV show. Oh my gosh, we had such fun on that show.
Are you still nutty about, you know, when you fly, what plane you get on, where you... Are you still...
Not as much as I used to be, because you know something else that I learned from this experience is
rise
that
up to
life can change in
Yeah,
a
you
heartbeat,
rise
and
up
we
to it,
better
yeah,
enjoy
yeah.
every day that we have and love everybody in your life. Just cherish the people
Well
that
put.
you care about.
And your son, who's someone in your
Oh,
life that
my
you love, is going to
son.
do Dancing with the Stars.
I can't believe that Ashley's going to do Dancing with the Stars, and I pray to God he has George's dancing genes, because if he has mine, he is
Look
screwed.
at him.
Well, this is
Daddy did
this
well
is
on the
every
show.
reason why you should do it next year.
Oh my God.
The whole family.
It would kill me.
No, remember, klutzes do well, because if you start badly...
Okay, who said she's a klutz?
She did.
I have two left feet. I
Yeah,
promise
she's just
you.
said it
All
a
right, you're
moment ago
klutz.
on this show, just a moment ago.
I do.
Alana will be at a book signing
She can
tonight
say it, you can't.
at Barnes & Noble at the Grove at 7:30. Alana Stewart. The book is My Journey with Farah. Next, we're going to check in on the Knock Knock Makeover. Kim Douglas is here with a back-to-school fashion show. We'll be back.
The pictures inside so beautiful, aren't they?